Hi there, James. I hope you're having a good time. Welcome to the stream. I'm hoping to do 50 encounters today. So that should bring us to 2,000 encounters. So I hope everyone's doing well today. And James, so are you catching the starters in the DLC? Ah, yeah. I enjoy doing that. That's one of my favourite bits of the Blueberry Academy. Doing all the quests, gradually unlocking all of the different biomes, and then seeing where all the starters like to call their home. I think, yeah, it is quite fun. It took me ages to find... which one was it? I think it's Mudkip that took me ages to find where it spawned. But it's good. It's always good. It's always good seeing starter Pokemon running around in the wild. You know, that still feels special to me. Which I know they've done wild starters before, but it's still a novel feeling for me. I still get a giddy thrill seeing a Charmander or a Bulbasaur running around. It's great. And Calamari, hi! Thank you very much for the shiny look. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And yeah, please don't let me keep you up. If you've got to go to sleep, you should go to sleep. Sleep is important. But thank you so much for stopping by and saying that. Thank you. I'll be doing another 49 encounters this evening, so that'll bring me up to 2,000. So, fingers crossed. I'm hoping I get it. And then after tonight's stream, there'll be a break of just over a week. So my family are arriving tomorrow morning, and they'll be here for about a week. But then they're going to go visit some other place. They're going to go to Ireland for a week, and then they're coming back. So I'll be able to stream a week on Sunday. So that'll be the... So the next stream after this will be the 8th of June. So there'll be a tiny bit of a break. But it'll be nice to spend time with family. I'm looking forward to it. And my pooches are doing well. The weather's a little bit warm, so they've been trying their best to cool down today. But they're very calm. For now. And I've revived Shinx, and Shinx is there. Shinx hasn't been knocked out. So everything's going well. And did everyone see there's they've got the release date for Legend ZA, and I think it's in October, which is a little earlier than I was thinking. So we'll see if I can wrap up this playthrough by then. I'm not so sure. I've got a feeling I'm still going to be playing this in October, but we'll see. And hi there, Mello. Things are going very well with me, thank you very much. How are things with you? Congrats on the second Paris. I saw that. I hope your shiny hunts are going well. But things are going well with me. I've finished work. I don't have to go to work tomorrow because I've got family arriving, so I've taken the day off. So my weekend has already started. So yeah, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. I get to play Pokemon and get to hang out with my pugs, and I've got 46 more attempts at finding a shiny, so fingers crossed. Oh, nice. So Mello, you are currently 152 resets into your search for a shiny Moltres, and you're 59 resets into your search for Zapdos, because you're doing both of those Let's Go shiny hunts simultaneously on your two switches, your Switch and your Switch Lite. Is that right? Because that sounds good. That sounds fun to me. Good luck on both of those. They'll be really good. They'll be really good. Especially the Moltres. The Moltres is a great shiny. But I hope you get them. I hope you get them really fast. And yeah, I like the idea of doing it, you know, at the same time, because then you're not having to wait for loading screens so much, you know, because I presume as one loading screen is waiting, you're going through the other one, and then when that loading screen's gone, you're ready to do the other. And I can imagine it being, I would imagine you're really minimizing the waiting time by doing it that way. So it sounds really efficient to me. So yeah, very good. Well done. And Deb, welcome to stream. Good to see you. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm only 5 encounters into this stream, and I'll be streaming for another 2 hours, roughly, just over, until I get to 2,000 encounters. I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well. Finished work for the week. I've got tomorrow off. So I can spend time with family, and everything's good. Dogs are all good. Everything's good, really. And Mellow, yeah, Zapdos is a little bit more subtle, isn't it? But that's the good thing about, Let's Go. It's you won't miss the sparkles. The sparkles will give it away. And Deb, you're 100 encounters in and still don't have the shiny. Which game is this that you're playing, Deb? Remind me. Was it Radical Red? I can't remember. Yeah, just remind me what game you're playing, Deb. Radical Red. I thought that was it. Yeah, I don't know. You would hope, since it's a fan-made game, you would assume nothing would be shiny locked. But I honestly don't know. You would know more than I would about that, because I've never played a ROM hack or a fan-made game. They sound interesting, but I get the impression that only the Pokemon Company would do something so mean as to shiny lock certain Pokemon. I would imagine if you're a fan making a mod, you would remove arbitrary restrictions like that. That seems to me, shiny locking certain things it seems like a bit of a corporate decision. I'm very confused by the starters being shiny locked, but I can kind of understand why Pokemon Company shiny locks, say, the box legendaries or just the general legendaries from a new generation, because in their mind they may want to save them for a big release later on to generate hype and interest, or just sell a promotion to a company like GameStop to just give out codes or something. It gives the Pokemon Company something to play with, either to give out as codes to retail partners, or to just generate general hype and giving them away later down the line. So I can understand why they shiny lock the box legendaries from a brand new generation of games, because those are Pokemon that brand new, are not available to be shiny anywhere else. So I can understand why they do it. Why the Pokemon Company likes to shiny lock the starters, I find that very, very, very difficult to get my head around. And Capamon, welcome to stream. I hope you're doing well. Exactly. That is where we will be ending the stream this evening. We will be ending the stream at Encounter 2000, and that feels like a nice figure to end the stream on. There'll be a bit of a break of about a week after that, but I'll put on my channel when the next stream will be, so everyone knows. But it should be on the 8th of June, I think. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to 2,000 encounters. Almost really, really close to getting half odds. I was hoping to get to exactly half odds, because I was hoping to stream yesterday, but there was just too many things I needed to do, so I wasn't able to stream yesterday. So today is going to be the last stream for about a week. Deb, you were doing some shiny hunts in Emerald. Nice. And you thought that some of the shiny designs aren't particularly good, which I would agree with. There's definitely some uninspired shinies out there. And you've thought and prepared 2 new shiny designs. That's interesting. Mellow, what was my first shiny? Mellow's was a... okay, a shiny fish in Alpha Sapphire, the golden fish. The golden fish. So I'm assuming that must be Magikarp you're talking about there. If you're talking about a golden fish, in my mind, there's only one golden fish, and that's a really good shiny. So my first shiny would be the evolved form of the golden fish. So mine would be the red Gyarados in silver, but I never knew that was shiny when I got it. I just thought it was a weird, unique, coloured Pokemon. I didn't know shinies existed. So I just thought it was a unique Pokemon. If anyone watched the original anime in the first season or 2, there was an episode called The Crystal Onyx, and that was like an onyx that was made of crystal, so it looked different. I just assumed it was something like that, like a one-off. It never occurred to me that all Pokemon might have a different colour. So yeah, I didn't. My very first shiny was, well, I didn't even know it was shiny. By the time I'd heard of shinies, I never found one up until I played Pokemon Go, and I found a shiny Wailmer on my way to work. But the first shiny that I ever caught on a console, or in a mainline, well, not even mainline, in a Pokemon game, would be Let's Go Pikachu, and I caught a shiny Geodude. That was my first shiny that I caught in what I would call a proper Pokemon game. Because I guess Pokemon Go isn't. It is quite easy to find shinies in that game, I suppose. Deb, I meant to do that. I've downloaded it. I can send that now. Sorry. I did. So I went to the effort of downloading it onto my phone, and then I forgot to send it. Let me just attach it. Okay, I've just sent that, or it is in the process of being sent. So thank you very much, Deb. So Deb, imagine if Shiny Chimchar was was blue with blue flame. Yeah, it's nice that. One of my favourite shinies is Ponyta, because it's, a fire Pokemon where its shiny is a blue flame, and yeah, it's a good look that, having a fire Pokemon have its shiny variant be blue is very, very striking. It's very effective. It's just a good design choice in my opinion. So yes, I agree completely. James, scratch that. You do need the Sword of Justice paradox forms. Is that, do you mean, so James, does that mean that you need to fill out your Pokemon Violet Pokédex, or at least the Blueberry Academy one, to then get Perrin to give you the quest to catch the Swords of Justice paradox forms? So that's, Iron Crown and Iron Boulder. Yeah, I see. Yeah. I forgot to do something on my second Switch. I don't think I have too many. No, but oh, you need someone to touch trade you with them, right? Let me have a quick. I can't remember what I've got. It's a lot more tricky for me now to trade because they've done some recent change to how Pokemon Home works, where I can only have Pokemon Home on one of my consoles at a time, and I have to move it over to the other one if I want to use it like a virtual game card, and it's a real hassle. I'm just gonna see if I've got it. But I'll see if I've got it on mine. So Mello, do I remember my first fail? Do I remember my first fail? I'm trying to think. I've definitely lost some shinies in Let's Go. I know that. I can remember when I first got the game using the catch chain mechanic to, I was hunting something, and I'd already completed the game at this point, and above me a shiny Charizard appeared, and I was so excited. It was a wonderful feeling, an absolutely wonderful feeling. So I got onto my flying ride Pokemon, I took to the sky, I encountered this shiny Charizard, and I didn't come close to catching it. The circle was bright red. I used all the berries I could on it, and it just ran away, and I lost my combo, and I lost one of the best shinies there are. I think that's probably the first time that shinies got away from me. But then, yeah, that would have been one of the very first shinies that I would have found, in the console games. Anyway, I didn't find many shinies in Let's Go Eevee. Geodude was one. I think I did get a shiny Ponyta. And I think I may have been going for my third shiny, doing a combo, and I can't remember what I was doing that catch combo on, and then the shiny Charizard appeared and I lost it. So that would be I think that's the first fail that I can remember. Ben's quiz on. Hi, welcome to stream. Thank you for joining. Do I play Pokemon Go? Yes, I do. Yeah. My very first shiny that wasn't guaranteed, that wasn't the shiny Gyarados in Pokemon Silver, was in Pokemon Go. I got a shiny Wailmer in that. And yeah, I've played Pokemon Go since it was released. I'm a big fan of Pokemon Go. So yeah, I do. And Capone, yeah, you remember going to a game shop to get a code for Darkrai, and they don't tend to do that anymore. It's been a while since they've done something like that, isn't it? I can remember going to a game shop to get the codes for shiny Zacian and shiny Zamazenta in Sword and Shield. I was hoping they would do something similar for Scarlet and Violet, for Miraidon and Koraidon, but they haven't done it yet. So I'm still hoping for that, but nothing yet. So we shall see. Tempest King, hi, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. How are things with you? Everything's good with me. We're gonna do another 40 encounters this evening to bring the encounters all the way up to 2,000. So yeah, I'll be streaming for the next couple of hours, I think. But yeah, hope everything's doing well with you. Deb, you didn't receive it. I thought I replied. 1 unsent. Yeah, you're right. 1 unsent. It's queued. I don't know why it's saying queued. It's a very good point. Yeah. It's showing queued in my Gmail. I don't know what that means. Uploading. I've just refreshed. Yeah, it might be going now. Maybe I'm not quite sure why that wasn't working. But there you go. Nothing in the outbox. I think it's only just gone now. No idea why. But yeah, I think it's gone now. Okay, where are we? So, Capamon is helping out James. That's great. That is great. That's good to see. That is good to see. Yeah, it's always nice to, be able to help each other out. Do like to see it. Ben's quiz on. You are also shiny hunt. Oh, nice. So Ben's, you're also shiny hunting in this game, or Brilliant Diamond, but you're aiming for a shiny Kyogre. That is really cool. That's really cool. I've only ever got one shiny legendary, and that was a shiny Mewtwo that I got fairly recently. I've never got another shiny legendary through the main games. I've got shiny legendaries in Pokemon Go, but it's not quite the same. Getting a shiny legendary in these games is really special. Really, really good luck on your hunt, because that pink whale is worth the effort. So really, really good luck. I really hope you get it, and let me know if you do get it. So Mello, oh no, so for you, you missed out on a Mudbray in Generation 7 and then a Rockruff, and it was because your ex-fiance distracted you and you ran away from the encounter. That's harsh. That is, yeah, that's harsh. Well, it happens. It does happen. There's not much you can do about it sometimes. But at least you got to see them. At least you found them. And I'm sure you've caught many shinies since then. And it's in a weird way, it's something you'll never forget that encounter. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's something, isn't it? You know, the story of our lives is the challenges that we've overcome. So it's not always remembering the good things; it's remembering, you know, the trying things that have happened to us and have made us who we are. So, yeah, that must have felt awful at the time, but it's all about moving on. I'm not keeping up with the chat. Bear with me 1 second. So here we go. So Benz, your very first shiny fail, was a shiny Ho-Oh. No, that's heartbreaking. Yeah. There's good times for critical hits to happen, and there are heartbreaking times for critical hits to happen. That sounds really painful. I'm sorry to hear that your Meganium landed a critical hit on that shiny Ho-Oh. And I am very, very happy to hear that you caught another shiny Ho-Oh a couple of days ago in Brilliant Diamond. So I think that brings the story to full circle there. I think it's good that you finally got your shiny Ho-Oh, because I think you deserve that after all this time, after a decade. Oh my gosh. So yeah, you definitely deserve that shiny Ho-Oh. Well done. Well done. Oh, nice Tempest. And yeah, the weather is a bit muggy and a bit humid where I am as well. And I can understand the urge to get a nice margarita pizza. I think if you get a good margarita pizza, you don't really need any other toppings. If you get a really good one. But yeah, a lot of takeaway pizza places, it does feel expensive for what pizza is, but you can't deny that a good pizza tastes delicious. So even though there's not much to it, you can't argue with the taste. The value to taste isn't too bad for pizzas, I think. And yeah, that's really good that James and Capman have been able to help each other out with that. That's really good. And Mello, you managed to get your shiny Kyogre in 680 resets in Sapphire. That's really good. You know, the odds in Sapphire, I would imagine, are really, really high. So to have got it in 680 resets sounds pretty good. Yeah, full odds as well. That didn't sink in. Yeah, that's really good. Well done, Mello. Well done. That must have felt amazing to get that. I'll go for a Piplup. And Benz. You managed to get a shiny Mewtwo from an old 2016 event. Wow. And you've also got a shiny Tornadus from Pokemon Go. That's nice. That is nice. It's great, yeah. 2016 event. Nice. And you managed to transfer your shiny Tornadus, Benz, into Pokemon Violet, and that helped you get to a master rank in the doubles. That's really good. I've always wanted to do some of the competitive things, but I've never played competitive at all. So I can see you're asking a little further down in the chat, Benz, do I play competitive? No, I've never played competitive at all. And you run a shiny Tornadus with Rain Dance and Sunny Day, both weathers, so you can counter whichever legendary your opponent brings out. That's interesting. I haven't seen that before. That is interesting. But I've never played competitive, but I do find the competitive scene very, very interesting. I do like watching the various regional and international championships that the Pokemon company put out on YouTube. I like all the commentary that they do, and it's really interesting seeing all the tactics that the players use. It's such a strategic game. And I've got so much respect for the people that play it, because the amount of variables that you've got to be constantly juggling in your head to know what the best, not just what is the best team to build, but also how to react to what your opponent does, keeping track of everything that's going on in the battlefield, turns of effect. It's all, it's really impressive. So it's something I find really interesting, but I've never tried it. I'm scared I wouldn't be very good at it, but it does look very fun. It does look very fun. And Deb, yeah, no rush at all, because after this I'm not going to be streaming for just over a week, so take your time. No rush whatsoever. And Tempest, yes, I saw that. Legend ZA release date is going to be October 16th, which is earlier than I was thinking. In my head, I was thinking late November, early December. I was thinking just in time for the holiday season. October is earlier than I was expecting. They also said that the pre-orders should go live on the 6th of June, I believe. And I'm looking forward to the pre-orders, because I want to pre-order from the Pokemon Center. Because if you pre-order from the Pokemon Center, they will, together with the game, they will send you a random plushie of either Chikorita, Totodile, or Tepig. So what I'm looking forward to is on the 16th of October getting a parcel from the Pokemon Center, opening it up, finding the game, and then finding a random plushie that will then dictate which starter I use for my playthrough, which I really like that idea. So I just want to make sure that I get my pre-order in, because I'm looking forward to that. Deb, 115 resets, still no shiny. Good luck, good luck. It can take, I don't know what the shiny odds are in that game, but yeah, best of luck. Best of luck. And Ben's, so your Tornadus set has also got Tailwind as well. Yep, that's a useful move in competitive, isn't it? Especially competitive doubles. That can work out really well. And you managed to get all the way to Master Ball with it. Yeah, and I should. Yeah, I'm. One of these days I will. One of these days I will. I just need to get around to it because, like I say, it does look fun. It does look fun, and even if I lost every single battle, I've got a feeling I'd still enjoy it. It just, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does look fun to me. And I agree, Benz. That's it. If you're able to play with shinies in the competitive battles, then you win no matter what. You know, you win on style points. I like that. I like that idea. Ah, Deb. So the shiny odds for you, they're 1 in 4,096. So you've got the same odds as me. So we're doing the same thing, really. So really, really good luck to you. Really, really good luck to you. I do hope you get it. And Tempest. Oh, so Tornadus can have the Prankster ability. Nice. I didn't realise that. Yeah, I did not realise that. So that would really help, because that would ensure that your Tailwind goes first, and then your partner will always benefit from the Tailwind before it's able to move, and hopefully outspeed both of the opponents. So yeah, that sounds good to me. Kathman, am I going to stream the game or make videos? I haven't decided yet. I think I'm fairly certain I want to stream my first reactions to it. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. That's my initial thoughts. Just because when I stream these playthroughs, I find, I don't know, I enjoy when weird things happen, and watching and just remembering how I reacted to it and how I, overcame things and things like that. And because of the playthroughs I've done, they're typically games I've played quite a few times before. The really weird situations that I get in don't crop up that often. So most of the playthrough is pretty straightforward. It would take something a bit odd for it to be really memorable to me. But the fact that something memorable happens on the stream makes it really nice for me to just go back and watch every now and again. The idea of playing a game that I've never played before and experiencing it all on stream, where I could go back and just revisit how it felt to play through the game for the first time, that sounds really appealing to me. Because I'm just thinking, I wish I could go back to Legends Arceus and just remind myself of how I reacted to seeing all these mechanics in play. And so I mean, for purely selfish reasons, I would like to stream my first reactions to it, just because I like the sound of that. But I will have to have either wrapped up this playthrough by the time that happens, or what I may have to do is basically pause this playthrough. So I don't know how far I will be through this Shining Pearl shiny only run. I may have to just put a pause in it and then start playing Legend ZA. And then I have to decide, do I want to try and do some kind of shiny only run in that? Because I think I would rather just play that through normally. And then once I'm finished, then maybe do a shiny only run later. So that's my initial thoughts. But that could change. October's a long way away, so I haven't completely decided, but I really would like to stream it, definitely. Benz, as a shiny hunter, how many times have I been accused of cheating? I see. I don't think I've ever been accused of cheating. But then I don't play competitively. So... But that's a shame. You know, I would imagine that the people saying that you probably beat them, so there's probably an element of sore losers there. If you're playing competitive, you're just beating someone. So, yeah, maybe that's all it is. I wouldn't take it to heart. And that's exactly it, Benz. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't do the competitive side, but I do enjoy the 7-star terror raids in Scarlet and Violet, and those terror raids do require very specific builds and movesets. So exactly, I do the hyper training, the mints, all of that, but it's just through I just do it entirely just through vitamins and the bottle caps, and I collect most of those through online raids, and I don't see anything wrong with that. So I collect most of those from just doing online raids and then just selling the materials. So Tempest, when it comes to shinies, you should only really care if it's one that could realistically happen. Yeah, no, I would agree. I mean, for me, a shiny is a shiny. But I will also say that, so any shiny is a shiny. So you should be proud of any shiny that you've got. But if you've had to work for a shiny, I would say the longer that you've had to work for it, perhaps, and this will vary from person to person, perhaps the more you've had to work for it, the more meaningful that shiny will be. So as an example, Benz, that Ho-Oh that you've recently got, because it's been so long, I would imagine that probably means an awful lot to you. So I think all shinies are shiny, but there are some that can really mean a lot to you, and that's what I like about it. It's, it's the journey to get in a lot of these shinies that is, that is really meaningful and really memorable and really special. When I finally get this shiny starter, I'm going to remember how long it took me. I'm going to remember the journey it took me to get there, and I'm going to remember all of the really nice people that I've met online through getting that shiny. It's going to be, I'm absolutely certain it's all going to be worth it. So yeah, a shiny is a shiny, but the journey to a shiny is the real shiny. I'm just saying the word shiny. Right, again, I've lost track of chat. Bear with me. So, Deb, there's a Pokemon GBA game where each Pokemon has four abilities. Wow. Yeah, there's all kinds of ROM hacks, aren't there? I can't get my head around how a Pokemon with 4 abilities would even work. But yes, I could imagine that being quite broken. Yes. Yeah. And Benz, you want to make sure that all of your living decks are 100% legitimate so that you won't have any trouble online. Exactly, yeah. I mean, that's what you don't want. You don't want your Pokemon Home account to be banned or anything like that. So I mean, that is what worries me when doing the Wonder trades. I don't know if they even do them in Scarlet and Violet, because I haven't ever tried them, but I know in Sword and Shield I used to do a lot of those Wonder trades, and I used to get a lot of Pokemon that would have the name machamps.com or something like, you know, a website.com, and I remember seeing the shiny come across and thinking, oh, that's amazing, I've got a shiny, and then seeing the name and, you know, my heart, you know, being broken, because those I would be very worried about. They're clearly hacked, so I would always release them, but they would sometimes include like a Master Ball or something that they were holding, so it was never completely wasted. But yes, I agree. You don't want to risk your account getting banned. So I get rid of dodgy shinies as well. And Capamon, if I'm going to stream Legends ZA, you'll be here. That's good to know. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, and it doesn't feel that far away. Yeah, it feels like it'll be here before I know it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I really loved Arceus. This game looks so different. So I really am. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from it. Because a lot of the things I loved about Arceus, I'm not sure will be present in this game. So to me, it is going to feel really different, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, although I really loved Legends Arceus, maybe, you know, the reason that was so good was because it was such a big change from the normal Pokemon formula. So it probably is a good thing that they're again departing from that to try something else new. I will never hold it against the Pokemon Company for trying something new. I think they've played it safe for far too long. So yeah, I like the idea of change. So yeah, I'm excited about that game. Ben's, yeah, you want to get rid of all of your potentially modded Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm the same, and Tempest is the same as well. Yeah. Deb. Oh, Deb, you finally got the shiny. But the stats aren't great, so you need to rehunt. That's so I mean, for me, I would just keep it, even if the stats were bad, personally. But it might be that game is really difficult. But yeah, I would rather have a shiny with poor stats than a perfect IV normal one. But again, that's just me. That's just me. I'm a sucker for a shiny. Yeah, Ben's, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with wanting your own collection to be legitimate. Because, yeah, like I say, it's your collection. And how you acquired that collection will be what matters to you. So that makes sense. And Ben's, you're not that hyped about Legend ZA. You're more interested in new evolutions and new regional forms rather than megas. That's fair. I can't comment too much on that because I don't really know too much about Mega Pokemon. I never really played the games where Mega Pokemon were present. My only experience of Mega Pokemon is, you know, the last couple of fights in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. You know, I've never played Black and White, X and Y, or Sun and Moon. So I'm pretty sure Mega Evolution was released in one of those generations. I don't know which. So I think for me, Legend ZA is going to be my introduction to the mechanics of Megas. So that will be interesting for me. Because, yeah, it's not something I'm that familiar with. So I am excited to learn about them. It's not shiny. So we've got 28 more encounters this evening. I am hoping I can get it, but we shall see. And that's nice, Benz. So you've got a shiny Ice-Cube that you got it from a retired streamer who was a monolingual Japanese speaker, and she nicknamed it Ichigo-chan. That sounds nice. But it's nice to have a story behind a shiny. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And Deb, yes, Shinx has been revived. Shinx is still there. And yeah, Shinx is currently using the glare attack, and the Pugs are not going near Shinx, it seems, which is good. So Shinx is holding its own. Oh, that's nice. So Ben's, the meaning behind your Ice-Cube's name is Mr. Strawberry, because it's got that kind of pink hue. I like that, yeah. And well done on being able to read and understand Japanese a little bit. That's really impressive. I mean, I think anyone that is able to understand another language, I think is incredibly impressive. But to be able to understand a language like that, where it's, where the letters and everything are so different, I can't get my head around that. It's so impressive. So yeah, that's really good. And yeah, I am not a fan of all of the events that Pokemon does, you know, limited time events, locking everything behind events. I was really hoping that Pokemon would move on from that, but it doesn't feel like they ever will. They seem to enjoy these limited time events that just restrict when people can get them. You know, like for this game, for example, I think there's been events for Darkrai and Shaymin that would have allowed that allowed people to shiny hunt them and find them, but those events, from what I understand, are no longer available, so there's no way to find those Pokemon in BDSP anymore, which I just don't understand. Yeah, in my mind, if the Pokemon Company want to, you know, want to do things like that, they should at least make it a repeating event, you know, once a year or something. So then again, in my mind, that there's only an upside to that. You know, you're just generating hype every year. Seems strange to me. Seems strange to me why they don't do it. Yeah, I completely agree, Tempest. Yeah, I just don't understand it. There's certain decisions that Pokemon makes that I can understand, but yeah, only making event Pokemon one-time things and then never bringing them back, I don't know who that benefits. Don't know who that benefits. And Deb, you understand a little bit of Japanese as well. That's really impressive. Yeah, again, to me, it's really impressive. Really impressive. And Tempest, yes. Yeah, the Darkrai Shaman in these games is the most archaic thing. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't know they were doing it. I've only learnt about it recently. And I had the games when those events came out, but I was just not playing them. There must have been some other Pokemon game I was obsessed with. And they just passed me by. I only found out about them fairly recently, so I had long missed them. It's just a shame to me. It's just a shame. So, Ben's, apart from your native language, which is Tagalog, Philippines, you've studied English, and you're working on Japanese. That's impressive to me. That's very impressive to me. Oh, no way. So, you have to memorize between 500 and 2,000 characters in Japanese. I can't. Yeah, to me, it's so impressive. It just feels so alien to me. I mean, even learning a language that I think is quite similar to English, like in my mind, German, it is quite a. You know, I think English is derived an awful lot from the German language. I think English is a Germanic language. But even German I found too difficult to learn. I just could not do it. So learning a language so different, it's really impressive. It's really impressive to me. And Capon, yes, I have heard about my Switch order, and it looks like everything's going through. So I've checked my bank balance. A couple of days ago, the amount for the Switch left my bank account, which I was very happy about. So that's good. So the Switch 2 is going okay. I also made a couple of other separate orders for like Mario Kart and the GameCube controller. One of those did get declined as suspicious activity, so I was worried about that. But even that one has gone through this morning, so it looks like Nintendo resubmitted that one and my bank finally accepted it. So all of my orders have gone through on my bank. So I'm now fully anticipating it to arrive. I was worried because one of the Nintendo transactions did get blocked. So I was worried that my bank was going to block all of them. But yeah, once I told my bank that one was legitimate, it seems like they're more comfortable about the rest. So, you know, I can't really blame my bank. You know, I don't have a problem with a bank having an abundance of caution it's you know, it's all about keeping their customers safe. I understand that. So yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I'm just glad that it looks like it's gone through. So I'm very excited. It's very, very close now, isn't it? It's like a week away or something. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to those limited time events, I can understand people, you know, using alternate means to access them. If Pokemon want to restrict them, then if the only way to get those events is through less than official means, then I don't see the problem with that personally. And that's really interesting, Ben. So yeah, you're you can read and write hiragana and katakana. Interesting. You know, a little, and then with kanji, that's there's more to that one. So there's more to go, but your Japanese teacher told you to take it slow. That sounds like good advice. Yeah, you don't want to burn yourself out on anything. So it is good to take your time, absorb things, don't rush, go at your own pace, I think. And Tempest, it's a week dead on. Interesting. Nice. Yeah, it's gonna be here so fast. It's crazy how fast it's come round. It really is. And Capperman, your order went through today as well. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I am glad to hear that. So Ben's, you wouldn't connect your bank info to any Pokemon or Nintendo stuff because they might cancel the payment. Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, there's always a concern. But for me, I value ease of use. So I like. Yeah, I like simplicity. So we'll see. We will see. So yeah, I should have Mario Kart. I should have the Switch 2, and I should have one of the GameCube controllers as well, which I'm looking forward to. And I've also ordered the Tears of the Kingdom amiibos. I'm a big Zelda fan, so having those amiibos, the Champions amiibos, I'm looking forward to that as well. So I'm looking forward to playing the Switch 2. I'm hoping that the Switch 2 might make this search a bit faster. That's my hope. So I guess after this stream, the next time I stream, it will be on the Switch 2. I hadn't thought of that actually. So this is going to be the last stream I do on my Switch, and I'm hoping that the subsequent Switch 2 resets that I do, I mean, surely they must be faster, right? It's got more processing power. I'm hoping that the loading screens are faster on the Switch 2. So that's what I'm hoping. Oh, that's interesting, Capamon. So the pre-order for ZA that you looked at, the bonus items were a mug or the badges with a case. That's interesting. Which website are those pre-order bonuses from? Because I haven't seen those. The only pre-order bonuses that I'm aware of are on the Pokemon Center website in the UK, because that's all I can see. the Pokemon Center UK are giving away a random plushie, which I do like the sound of. But I will say badges and a case, that sounds cool to me, and I always like mugs. I've got a Detective Pikachu mug as a pre-order bonus for Detective Pikachu, and I also got a mug for the pre-order of Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, and that's a cool mug as well. So I am a big fan of pre-order bonuses in general. You know, I know they're not value for money, but there's just something about having a nice bit of merch when you're playing a game for the first time. It's quite nice. But I do, yeah, the idea of badges and a case sounds good. So I might compare the pre-order bonuses. So yeah, Capperman, let me know where you're seeing those pre-order bonuses, and if it's something available in the UK, I might consider swapping to that, because I think the pre-orders on the Pokemon Center go live on the 6th of June. And that's less than a week away, isn't it? Or is it exactly a week away? Just over a week away. Draven and Wolf, hi both of you. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you're both well. Wolf, you're playing a cute, underrated pet hamster game. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. What's it called? And yeah, it sounds fun to me. We'll do a Chimchar. And yes, Wolf, I am still looking. So, including this shiny Chimchar encounter that I'm about to see. So now I've got another 22 tries. So I will be ending this stream on 2,000 encounters. And yeah, it's that's probably going to take me about another hour. So yeah. After today's stream, there'll be a bit of a break. I'll be streaming again in just over a week's time. So on the 8th of June is when the next stream will be for me, because I'll be spending some time with family. So Capamon, the pre-order bonus is on the My Nintendo store. Perfect. Let me check that out. I want to have a look at that. So I will have to decide which pre-order bonus to get. I want them both. That's the problem. I want both pre-order bonuses, because I do like mugs and I do like bags. So I'm just going on the website now because I want to see these. So Benz, you love some of the pre-order bonuses. You've still got your Solgaleo, Lunala Duskmane Necrozma, Dawnwings Lunala. I love Dawnwings. I love Dawnwings. Is it? Yeah, Dawnwings Necrozma looks awesome to me. You know, I've never played Sun and Moon, because I think that's where they're from. But Dawnwings Necrozma looks awesome. I've played a little bit of the trading card game, and I remember getting that card, and it looks awesome to me. I'm a big fan of that design. But Benz, your cat managed to destroy your Duskmane Necrozma. No. Oh, that's unfortunate. But you can't blame the cat. You know, the cat does what the cat does. I am sorry to hear that, though. I really am sorry to hear that. And I'm glad you're doing well, Draven. I am very glad to hear that. Very glad. No shiny Turtwig. Okay, so I'm on the My Nintendo store now. Is it under register your interest? Yeah, it is under register. I was looking under the coming soon, but it's under register your interest. Oh, there's so many. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm going to sign up to register my interest because that is a lot of pre-order bonuses, isn't it? I mean, there's even a hat. Yeah, those badges look great. There's an umbrella, a mug, a partner figurine. See, yeah, those pre-order bonuses look amazing, actually. I'm torn now because I really wanted to. I really wanted to get it from the Pokemon Center so I could get the random plushie. It's the random plushie I want more than anything. Well, I've got a week or so to decide what to do. Yeah. We'll have to see. But yeah, thanks for that. Because I would have missed that. I do check the My Nintendo store fairly regularly, but I hadn't gone on the register my interest page. I was just looking at the coming soon and I couldn't see it. I can't believe one of the pre-order bonuses is an umbrella. I wasn't expecting the umbrella to be a pre-order bonus. That is that is surprising. Yes, thank you, Capmon. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Like I say, I'll have to just decide what to go for. I may end up just going for the plushie. Like I say, a part of me is really looking forward to not knowing what, who my starter will be, and just letting it be decided by the plushie that greets me when I open up the box, and then I can have my little plushie buddy alongside me for the whole journey, and that sounds good to me as well. But yeah, the hat looks good as well. It all looks so good. It all looks so good. I'm a big fan of pin badges. I like using them as little lapel badges if I wear like a suit or something, or a jacket. Oh, it all looks good. So for me, the mug, I would be worried about the size of that mug. That, to me, I take my mugs very seriously, and I like a decent sized mug for my cups of tea. I'm worried by how thin that mug gets towards the bottom. To me, the capacity of that mug would not be sufficient for my needs when I'm making a nice cup of tea. I like a decent sized mug when I have my cup of tea. So the mug, I mean, I think if size of mug isn't a big issue, then that looks like a really good mug to me. But yeah, I'm weirdly obsessed with having, a decent sized mug when I'm having a cup of tea. So I probably wouldn't be interested in the mug, but the umbrella, the hat, the badges, all these models, the figurines, they all look really good. They all look really good to me. And Ben's, it's past midnight where you are, and this kind of music is the best kind of music to listen to during the quiet nights. Yeah, exactly. I generally try to keep the music on stream to be quite chill. So all of the music should be, either piano-y or lo-fi, relaxed, mainly video game music. So this is Zelda, I'm pretty sure. I've got a couple of things that aren't video game music though. So I think I've got a lo-fi version of the Lord of the Rings soundtrack as well. But it's all very chill, because I like that. I mean, especially on my midweek streams, I use these streams as a way just to unwind after finishing work. so I like to just have a nice, relaxing shiny hunt with my dogs snoozing in the background. Both of my dogs are fast asleep at the moment. I don't know how long they will stay fast asleep, but they are both very fast asleep. You can see Daruk is dreaming at the moment. You can see his paws moving, so he is really fast asleep. So he may be dreaming of chasing something. I'm not sure, but both of my dogs are very fast asleep. Capamon, you've just found a random shiny Voltorb. Well done, well done. That's a really nice shiny. I love shiny Voltorb. It's vibrant blue, isn't it? It's really good. And Capamon, your birthday was 2 days ago. Happy birthday. And you got a mug with all of the grass starters. That sounds really cool. I think the grass starters are my favourite. The very first Pokemon I ever got was Bulbasaur. I'm a big fan of grass starters, and I chose Chikorita as my first Pokemon Silver starter as well. A lot of my favourite starters tend to be the grass ones, so that sounds like an awesome mug. So yeah, happy birthday, and really congrats on the shiny Voltorb. That sounds really cool. Oh no, and Captain, you've got a lot of badges from opening trading card game product. I've got a few like that. Yeah. I think I've got a Crobat pin badge from that, and I think I've got a Zamazenta and a Zacian one as well. I like that as well. I've got a few of the trading card game cards, and the ones that include the badges. Yeah, I like those box sets. They're really cool. And Benz, so your favourite music in Pokemon is Sea Folk Village night theme. Interesting. I'm not very good at remembering all the names of all the tracks, but I am a big fan of Pokemon music in general. Pokemon generally does a really good job with their music, so that sounds cool to me. And yeah, that's why I like Pokemon music so much. It's often really relaxing, really calming music. And that's just my jam. Capone, your first starter was Trico, so you tend to go for the grass starter as well. Exactly. Yeah. I think we're similar. There is, when in doubt, I tend to choose the grass starter personally. And Deb, yep, they do love to use rest. Yep, my Pugs' favourite move to use is rest. They're a big fan of using rest. And Ben's Rillaboom is one of the best starters in competitive right now. Yeah, I've seen that. He is really good, isn't he? Combining Rillaboom and Incineroar is something that I've seen a lot of people do. Rillaboom with U-turn and Grassy Glide, with grassy terrain, so you can kind of set up the terrain, Grassy Glide for priority, and then maybe U-turn to get out of there so that then you can reset the terrain later on, and kind of cycle Rillaboom with Incineroar, who can come in, intimidate, and get out with a parting shot. I really like, I'm a big fan of competitive, I really am. I've just never tried it. I think maybe I prefer watching competitive rather than playing it, maybe. But yeah, it does look amazing. And yeah, you're right. Rillaboom is an amazing Pokemon. Grookey is my favourite starter from Sword and Shield, and it's a grass boy. So yeah. Benz, you think grass starters are generally bad, but there's quite a few that are very good. I I just like them. I just like them. I really do. There's something. I mean, I just like doing my playthroughs with a grass starter. Grass Pokemon tend to have very interesting movesets. You know, they tend to have more support, more interesting moves than, say, you know, water or fire. You know, they'll often have, you know, something weird like Leech Seed or Sleep Powder, or in my mind there's just more strategy with grass starters, in my opinion. They're less all-out offense and more. They tend to suit the way that I like to play the game. So it won't be for everyone, but yeah, I like grass. If I was going to be any type of trainer in Pokemon, I probably would be a grass trainer, I think. Deb, your first starter was Charmander, and you are a Generation 1 player. Yeah, I'm a Generation 1 player as well. So yeah, that would have been quite a trial of fire in terms of your first introduction to Pokemon then, because choosing Charmander in Generation 1 was very difficult. You know, having to beat Rock's gym using a fire was very difficult, so you did well to get through that and not give up, so well done. So Capron, you like to pair Rillaboom with a Howlucha with Grassy Seed. Nice, that works. Tempest, you miss when Landorus was the premier premium Intimidate setter. You prefer him more than Incineroar. Interesting. I didn't even know that Landorus had Intimidate. That is still pretty cool. Yeah, I think I have seen a few Landorus used in some regionals, and it does look like an interesting Pokemon. But yeah, you're right. Incineroar does seem to be more popular. And Deb, yeah, you lost 3 times to Brock before you overleveled. Yeah, I don't blame you. I think I would have lost many more times than that. Yeah, it was very difficult in those old generations. Right, what am I going for this time? I can't remember. We'll try Turtwig. Right, 15 more goes. 15 more goes until the end of the stream. 15 more goes until the end of shiny hunting Shining Pearl on this Switch. Because the next time I try shiny hunting on this game, it should be on the Switch too. So it would be... Sorry, Daruk can hear voices outside. Apologies for Daruk's barking. But yeah, it would be a really nice way to send off my Switch system to get a shiny. So I'm really hoping I can get a shiny in these next 15. But we shall see. So Ben's, what is everyone's favourite generation? Yours is Generation 7. Let me get my head around it. Generation 7, is that Sun and Moon? Wait. So Diamond and Pearl is 4. Black and White is 5. X and Y is 6. Yeah, so Generation 7 is Sun and Moon, isn't it? So yeah, so I never played those, so I can't comment too much on those ones. For me, my favourite is probably Generation 9, the most recent one. I adore Scarlet and Violet. I think it's a great plot. Love the open world. Yeah, the characters, the plot, the open world, the gameplay. Scarlet and Violet is the music's really good as well. Yeah, I like Scarlet and Violet, but I know not everyone does. Tempest, yours is is Black and White, Generation 5. Again, I haven't. Yeah, I feel really bad that I've missed out on 5, 6, and 7, because I've got a feeling that they're all really good generations. So I am looking forward to them re-releasing those generations. So Generation 5 is the next one to get released, re-released. So I am looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to those games getting re-released. I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping they're more ambitious with the re-release in Black and White than they were with BDSP. Not that I think BDSP are bad games, but I think they could have done more. So I'm hoping that they go all out on Generation 5 for the remake. So Capmon, a stream idea to choose my favourite Pokemon from each type and generation. There's a nice site where it's simplified. Interesting. I might look up that. But I think I'd only want to do that when, well, at least in between stream ideas. I really want to do this playthrough, so I don't want anything to take me away from doing this playthrough. And then once this playthrough's done, I really want to do Legend ZA, and when that's done, I think I really want to do Let's Go Pikachu again, and do a kind of shiny only run, but only catching Pokemon that Ash caught in the original anime, in the original first season of the anime, because I think that would be really fun. And then, well, then I don't know. I'm not sure after that. And then actually no. Then I really want to do some Dynamax adventures. There's loads of things that I want to do. So the problem for me is time, and finishing up what I want to do, really. But I do like that idea. I've got loads of other things I want to do. Oh, and Benz, you thought there was a dog near you. Yeah, that would be because Daruk was barking. Apologies for that. Yeah. And Capmon, you are a Gen 3 preferer. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Hoenn. Yeah, really big fan of those games. I'm a big fan of all the generations I've played. I've never had a bad experience playing a generation. So Generation 3 is a good one, definitely. So Benz, you feel like the frame rate and performance of Scarlet and Violet, it's just too bad. Yeah, no, I get that people. I get that. I think most people feel that way. So I do feel that I'm in the minority here. So I think you're right. I think a lot of people feel that way, and I can understand why people feel that way. I'm an old man. I remember when games were, just 16-bit, 8-bit. I really, how fast a game's performance or frame rate, to me, I really couldn't care less, because I just think the way that games are now, they're so incredible, just because I've grown up with games being absolutely terrible. And I remember when games used to be on cassette tapes. So to me, modern games are a miracle. I think they're wonderful, but I know that other people have higher standards than me. So I find it very easy to look past frame rate issues and things like that. But I know that not everyone is able to do that, and that's perfectly understandable. Perfectly understandable. And Draven, you've finally beaten Lieutenant Surge. Well done, well done. I like it. I like that part of the game in Kanto when you beat Lieutenant Surge. That's when the whole map opens up, and you can kind of choose who you want after that, which is quite fun for me. I like having choices in my games. So yeah, I much prefer a game to be non-linear where possible. So that, yeah, I do like that. Yeah, and I know what you mean there, Tempest. I know. Sometimes I struggle to remember everything about Generation 3. Actually, I've got much more vivid memories of the first and the second generations than Generation 3, but I know I played it so much. I know Generation 3 was the first generation where I learned about a few of the mechanics that went over my head previously. So that was the first generation where I learnt about EVs and where I learnt that shinies were a thing. So I remember spending a lot of time EV training and a lot of time trying to find shinies in vain. I never found one, but yeah, because I spent so much time in those generations just doing really monotonous things, I think maybe I've not got the best opinion of them just because I spent so much time, EV training or shiny hunting. But they are really good games. I know they're really good games because I enjoyed, even though I was doing slightly monotonous things, I know I was having a good time with it. So yeah, Generation 3 is really good. So Tempest, you consider Generations 3 to 5 to be where Pokemon peaked? Interesting. And the remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, are your favourites, Capamon? Yeah, I could imagine that. But Emerald comes a close second, though. Yeah, I never played Emerald, and I never played Platinum, which is a shame. I played Crystal, and I played Yellow, but after those two, I stopped getting the definitive version games, which is a shame. I've heard nothing but good things about Emerald and Platinum, so I'm sad that I missed out on those. And I'm really sad that a lot of what made Platinum really good, I've heard, didn't make it into Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So I feel like I've missed out on Platinum. Oh, what's happening? No, it's not shiny anyway. My game got a bit choppy there. I think that's definitely OBS. That's not the Switch. So Ben's Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, great, but the absence of a battle frontier irks you. I can understand that. Battle frontier adds a lot to post-game content, doesn't it? It adds a lot of, replayability, or just not necessarily replayability, but it just extends the life of the game, knowing that you can continually challenge something like that in the post-game adds a lot to a game. So I can understand that. that's quite a lot of lore about the Battle Frontier and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, I don't remember any of that. Wow. See, I had no idea about this different timelines or anything. Interesting. And that's the thing, yeah. I do feel like I've missed out by not having played Generations 5 to 7. They do sound really good to me. We'll do Chimchar. Oh, and thanks, Deb. I'll have a look. And yeah, that looks really nice, actually. That does look really nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So what I might do over the break is I could change my thumbnails to be more like that, and then just add the number in the corner to show the number. That looks really nice to me. That looks really nice. I like that. Yeah, I'm really impressed, Deb. I think that's a really nice thumbnail design. That is really good. So yeah, there'll be a break of about a week between the next stream. So the next stream will be the 8th of June. So I think I'll try and update my my thumbnails to do that, because that's really nice. And in the meantime, I think I'm also gonna have a stab at editing. I'm certain I won't get very far, but I want to make a start on editing my Let's Go Eevee videos together, just to make a very short video of what happened in my journey. And Ben's, I don't remember, because that's all Gen 7. Yeah, I didn't play, yeah, I never played Gen 7. Never played Gen 5, 6 or 7. Yeah. So Gen 7, so Sun and Moon is quite lore heavy by the sounds of it. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that in general. I do like plot. I like character-driven plot more than anything. But yeah, world-building plot can be interesting as well. But yeah, I like it. I like it when the characters are well established, well distinguished, and their motivations are what drives the plot. I like that, which is why I like Scarlet and Violet so much. Yeah, of all the Pokemon that I've played, to me it's just night and day in terms of the plot. I've never played a Pokemon game that has anywhere near as good a plot as Scarlet and Violet. But again, I haven't played 5 through 7. You can if you want, Deb. But to be honest, I mean, I think what you've done there is perfect. I don't I don't think you need to do anything else, really. I think that's great. I don't think you really need to change it. I think what I can do with that is all I need to do is just put the numbers in the corner of each episode, and then I could use that. Yeah, to me, the thumbnail you sent is really good. I'm really impressed. I think you've done a really good job there. I think you've got a real talent for it. Yeah, so Ben, I didn't realise that. Yeah, I really didn't realise there was more than one timeline. That is surprising to me. But then I guess Pokemon has done going back in time things from games I have played, because I guess that's the entire premise of Arceus. So I shouldn't be surprised. But no, yeah, I did not know that Generation 6 had different timelines. That is crazy. That is crazy. Have I heard of the Legend of Ultra Necrozma? No, I have not. Yeah, I've not played Sun and Moon, so I don't know too much. I know there's a Pokemon called Necrozma, and I know that it can fuse with Lunala and Solgaleo, and I know that the Dawn Wings Necrozma, so the one that's done with Lunala, I know that looks really cool. I like that design a lot, because I've seen a Pokemon card with that design, and it looks great. But I only really know it from the Pokemon cards, the trading card game. I don't know too much. But when they eventually re-release Sun and Moon on the Switch 2, which I'm sure they will eventually, yeah. As soon as they do re-release it, I will be playing it. So have I heard of Team Rainbow Rocket? No, yeah, all of this is going over my head. No, I'm not aware of that. And Deb, I think you're being too hard on yourself. That's definitely not bad quality. I think it's really good. I should look up Dusk Mane Necrozma. It's really good design and works really well in competitive. I think I have seen it. It looks. I think in my head, yeah, it's kind of like a golden lion type. An angular golden lion, that's what I'm imagining. Let me Duskmane Necrozma. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think I have seen it. And it does look good. There's just something about Dawn Wings Necrozma that does it for me. Like I said, I think it's because I really like one particular card in the trading card game that I used to play the trading card game online, and I used to build decks around that one card, so I've got a bit of a soft spot for that one. But yeah, Duskmane, it does look cool. I think they both look better than just Necrozma on its own. So yeah, it's definitely a good design. I agree. And Ultra Necrozma is one of the strongest Pokemon ever. Wow. Yeah. And this is the thing. I think I'm really looking forward to those games getting re-released, so I can actually experience them and understand all of it. Because, like I say, I've seen some of the images, but it doesn't really mean as much to me when I haven't encountered them in a game, when I haven't played through the game and had that build up you know, just seeing an image isn't the same as playing a game and experiencing a Pokemon, if you know what I mean. It's a little bit different with the Dawnwings Lunala, because at least I've played that in a different medium. I played that in the trading card game, so there's at least that going for it with me. But I'm just looking forward to playing those games eventually. And Kafamon, so Necrozma, so Necrozma has its own music. Is that right? When you say Necrozma theme, so the music that plays when Necrozma appears still haunts you, because that's impressive. That is the sign of good storytelling and good, good anticipation building. If the music still lives with you even after all this time, that's impressive. And Deb, last 5 look, yeah, I've not even been paying attention. Yeah, we're on. There's only 7 more, so this is 7 more left until we get to 2,000. It's gone really fast, actually. Let's go with Piplup this time. And yeah, Benz, I can imagine. Yeah, I do feel like I've missed out on a lot. Yeah, it's strange. I don't know why I stopped being into Pokemon. I think it was around the time that I moved down to London and got a job, and just my free time just evaporated. Slowly, my free time came back. But it wasn't until Pokemon Go that I came out that I got back into Pokemon. Because I can remember, when I moved down to London, I can remember picking up Soul Silver and loving it. But just work just got busier and busier, and I just found myself with less and less time, and just completely missed those Pokemon generations, which is the first time that's happened. Like I say, I played right from Gen 1 all the way through to Gen 4, and but I am glad that I was able to return, because now I can't imagine a time going forward where a new Pokemon game comes out and I don't play it. No matter what's going on at work, I'd probably prioritize Pokemon over work at this stage in my life. I just Okay, right, we got 6 more encounters now. You're right, Captain. Real life does need to go first. It does. But also, real life is about enjoying yourself as well. So I think you've got to make sure that everything is sorted in your own life, and that that everything's stable going forward. And I think once you've got that, then you need to also just make sure that you take enough time out to just enjoy that stability, and just make sure that you're happy. And Pokemon makes me happy, so. That's not shiny though. Right, 5 more attempts. But I completely agree. Real life should always come first. and family should come first as well, which is why I'm looking forward to the next week or so. So I won't be streaming for the next week or so, because I'll be, because I've got family coming and I'll be able to spend some quality time with them. And Ben's, real life sucks, you need to play during your free time. Exactly, yeah. I mean, this is why I enjoy these midweek streams so much. I'm not saying that I have a stressful job. I wouldn't go that far at all. But even so, doing a 9 to 5, it takes it out of you a little bit. And just being able to unwind in a chill environment, hanging out next to my dogs, playing Pokemon is a really nice way to unwind, during an evening. So I feel very fortunate to be able to do that. It's a really nice outlet for me. Yeah. Yeah, I find it very calming. And welcome back, Deb. Yeah, sorry to hear about the network issues. Yeah, I sometimes have that. I think this time last week I was having major network issues. I mean, this time last week. Yeah, this time last week I was having network issues, and I was debating whether to call off this whole streaming idea of mine, just because I went through 2 streams where I had technical difficulties 2 days in a row, and I really had no idea how to fix it. I just felt a bit hopeless, and I was really worried that I wouldn't be able to do this anymore. So yeah, having network issues can really suck, so I'm hoping they're all resolved for you now. And thankfully, they seem to be resolved for me. Mine, I wasn't sure if my issues were OBS related or internet related, and it seemed to be internet related, so... Here's hoping they don't come back. I've got 4 more attempts. And that's really nice, Deb. Yeah, it's nice that you were around that day, and that you still wanted to come back, even though I was having all those technical issues. I was feeling very despondent and defeatist during those, just because I had no idea how to fix it. It was the stream was going at like 1 frame every 2 minutes, so it was impossible for me to play. I had no idea what was happening. I was pressing something and then nothing would happen on screen for a minute or 2. So yeah, there wasn't much I could do other than just apologise, mess around with settings in the background, and then just give up. So I felt like it was an interesting couple of streams, those. So I'm glad nothing like that has happened recently. And it's very nice of you that you chose to come back after those car crashes of streams, because I wouldn't blame anyone watching those streams to never give me another chance because they were so bad. And that is the right attitude to have. Yeah, I think I think everyone should try and be positive. I think that's the best way to look at anything, especially. I mean, that's my take on the Pokemon games as well. I think it's easy to criticize aspects of the Pokemon games, and it's probably justified to criticize them, given how much money they make. But to me, I just prefer just to look at the positives. I feel like the negatives of Pokemon get repeated ad nauseum. I'd rather just focus on what Pokemon does right, personally. Okay, we've got 3 more now, so I think I just tried Piplup, so we'll go Turtwig, then Chimchar, and we will end on Piplup. So this is our last chance at getting a shiny Turtwig this stream. This is our last chance to get a shiny Turtwig on this Switch, because the next stream should be on the Switch too. Oh, and that's really nice of you to say, Deb. I will say I'm glad that I appeared calm. I will say I wasn't calm. I was freaking out when I was getting all those technical issues. But it's nice that maybe it appeared as though I was calm. So I'm glad to hear that I appeared calm. Behind the scenes, I was freaking out. Right, so we have not found a shiny Turtwig this stream, and we have not found a shiny Turtwig on this Nintendo Switch. Can we find a shiny Chimchar though? No pre-order. No, yeah, I didn't see any pre-order bonus for the Switch, Capamon. So yeah, I haven't got any pre-order bonuses. I didn't see any pre-order bonuses for Mario Kart either, which is a bit disappointing. Yes, yeah, that was my experience. Did you manage to find any pre-order bonuses for Mario Kart? Because if there were, I might be tempted to cancel my Mario Kart order and order somewhere else where they do a pre-order bonus. But I couldn't. When I looked on My Nintendo site, I couldn't see a Mario Kart pre-order bonus. So yeah, it's just the Switch 2 and Mario Kart that I've got. And that's a nice way of looking at things, Deb. Yeah. That is a nice way to look at things. It is all about how you kind of control yourself, I think. Yeah. It's a shame that though. I think Capamon, I think they probably should have done a pre-order bonus, especially for Mario Kart. That feels ripe for the opportunity to have some really interesting pre-order bonus merchandise. Oh well. Right, we're gonna go for a Chimchar now. This is the last chance to get a shiny Chimchar this stream. Will it be a shiny Chimchar? It would be amazing if it could be. Little pink monkey. Will the monkey shine? Will it be a shiny monkey? It is not. Right, we're on to the final encounter. Oh wow, Deb. So you have a friend who's trying to be a saint. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know nothing. I will say I know nothing about religion. I really don't know anything about religion. But my understanding was that that's only something that can happen after you've passed away. That was my understanding. But again, there are very few things in life that I know less about than religion. I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing about religion. So, no idea. And Kaffman, exactly. It's not an insignificant price, is it? These Switch 2 games, especially Mario Kart. Mario Kart is the most expensive one, right? And I would completely agree. Yeah, just give something. Even if it was just a mug, that would be something. Exactly. Yeah. I feel the same. I feel a bit disappointed that there was no pre-order bonus. Yeah, I will say it's only just occurred to me when you brought it up. When you brought it up now, it didn't occur to me when I was ordering Mario Kart to think, hang on, why is there no pre-order bonus with this? We're paying an awful lot for this game. Where is the pre-order bonus? Where's the fun item to reward early adopters? Where is it? I'm only asking those questions now. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. And yeah, that is nice, Deb. That is nice. I think yeah, learning to live peacefully, that's the ultimate goal in life, I think. I would agree. Right, we've reached the end of the stream. This Pokeball is the last Pokeball that I'm going to be selecting this stream. This is also the last Pokeball that I will ever be selecting on this Nintendo Switch on Brilliant Diamond. This will bring us to 2,000 encounters. Will it be a shiny penguin? Secretly, I think out of the three, I really wanted it to be Piplup. It would be amazing if this... Oh, it's not shiny. Okay. Well, thank you all for joining this evening. It wasn't shiny, but we got through 50 encounters. The next time that I stream will be a week on Sunday, so that will be the 8th of June. So I will stream again on the 8th of June. Then yeah. So yeah, I won't be around this weekend. Won't be around midweek next week either. So I hope all of you have a wonderful time. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in a week or so. So yeah, everyone take care. Have a lovely time. Thank you very much for joining this evening. This has been really nice. Like I say, I love doing these. I love doing these streams, but I really love doing these midweek streams. I know they're only a couple of hours, so apologies that they are so short, but it's just I find it a really nice way to unwind after the working day. So thank you very much. Thank you all for joining, and have a wonderful week. Bye all. Bye.